Hi everyone, welcome back to the next quote of the day with Bob and Autumn. I'm Bob.
I'm Autumn.
And today we have a quote from one of the most famous of the Stoics on the topic of minimalism. This is from Seneca. Seneca wrote a lot about how we are wasteful with our time, and if we are frugal with our time, there is an abundance of it. He wrote, "We're tight-fisted with property and money, yet think too little of wasting time. The one thing about which we should all be the toughest misers." So when we think of minimalism, we do think about all the things in our house and we want to own less things. But what he's saying here is, yeah, that's good. That's valuable. Nothing wrong with that's a good thing, being frugal with things. But the most important thing is to turn your attention to your time and be very frugal with your time. Make sure that everything that is truly important to you, you make time for.
I think about how there's really kind of four currencies: time, energy, attention, and money. And then of course money buys the things. And the first three are God-given, universe-given. We're born into this world with a very finite, limited amount of time, energy, and attention. And we can't get it back. Even energy and attention sort of goes through cycles that we can refresh, but time, the passage of time, is something we cannot get back. And I just feel super blessed. I have no idea why, from like a child, I had awareness, we're gonna die. And Seneca, being a Stoic, memento mori is the practice of reminding ourselves every day that we're gonna die, which I feel like is another way of saying we are losing time every day. Our time is so precious, it's so finite. And the idea of boredom, or the idea of wasting time, or the idea of drudging away at a job for so many years of wasted life, like it kind of gives me a physiological reaction just talking about it.
When it comes to time, one of the things I always think about is my father. He worked at a job, he was really, really good at it, and he did it his whole life. The whole time that I know him, he worked at this job, and it paid the bills, and we always had enough, we never lacked. But he didn't like his job, and it was obvious that he just was going through the motions of drudgery and killing time. And he was betting, like too many of us do, that he could put in this time now, and then when he turned 60, they had a really great retirement plan. When he turned 60, he could then really have all of his time, and he'd get it all back. So I kind of think of that as front-loading or back-loading your life. He waited for the best of his life until he could retire, the golden years we call them, and then he would have the best of his life. And he lost the youngest, most vibrant, healthy part of his life. Well, my father turned 60. He retired, set for life, had to never think about money again. He had all the time in the world. At 61, he had cancer, and at 62, he passed away, and I lost him. And that is the most valuable thing of all the many wonderful and valuable things my father told me, and I really loved him as a father. That was the most valuable thing. And I decided that was not a path I would follow, and I have not. And I knew I needed to front load my life, that the best of my life had to be early, because I didn't want to turn 60 and then all of a sudden have golden years and be dead at 62. I think it's so important that we listen to Seneca. What is so valuable I can't do without it? Do that today. Don't waste today. Don't kill time enduring my life, which is what my father did, until he turned 60. And then he was going to start loving life.
I worked in an assisted living end-of-life facility, and I cannot even tell you specifically for men. This happens to women too, but I can't even tell you how many widows shared that happened to their husbands. It was astonishing and so sad. Bob and I are nomads, and this isn't a nomad channel, but I became a nomad. The number one reason above them all was that so I had sovereignty of time. It's that part of that blessing of being aware of the temporary nature of life. And I'll tell you what, when I became a nomad, I stopped wanting to go on vacations. And it's because I started to love the time in my life so much that I didn't want to escape it. I didn't want to go somewhere else because I loved where I was so much. And the reason I share that is to say that's a possibility. I didn't know that was a possibility before this experience, but I love how I spend my time. And it's not easy, it's hard, I'm sweating, I haven't showered in a while. There's, nothing is easy about it necessarily, but my time is mine, and that is so precious.
It is, yeah. So I think that's the important lesson I hope we all will learn from this, and one that I learned the hard way when my father passed away, and is that your time is the most valuable thing you can ever have. Don't ever kill it. Don't ever endure your time. Don't ever endure your life. Whatever it takes, take control of the time in your life. Make it the most treasured and important part of your life. Am I living my life, using my time for my great joy, or am I just enduring and killing and wasting my time?
So folks, we hope you got something out of this video. If you did, share below what spoke to you and hit that thumbs up button. Comment below, share with your friends and family, and we will see you tomorrow on the next quote of the day.
See you then.
For deeper dives into psychology and philosophy, check out our YouTube channel, The Examine Life Daily, and check out our nomadic YouTube channels. Bob is at Cheap RV Living, Autumn is at Autumn and Chloe, and our editor Robert is at Frontier Van Life.